my channel. So for today's video, I am going to be doing a testing fake eBay makeup and I'm excited. I wanted to do this video for so long as it was a massive trend a few months ago and I never got on it. Never jumped on it, but now I'm jumping on it a few months later because I thought it would be a really good video, as I know so many people tend to go onto eBay and order makeup thinking that it's genuine, when in reality if it's less than £5 it's probably fake. So I ordered some of the most popular makeup products in the industry right now and I've tested out the fake versions of them and created this complete look, which I'm actually quite feeling. If you want to see me test out all the products, then keep on watching. Other than that, I really hope you enjoy and let's just get started. Before we start, I just want to quickly address the fact that yes, I do already have foundation on because the foundation that I ordered isn't actually here yet. I needed to film this video today and I actually did order the Tarte Shape Tape foundation, obviously a fake version, but it isn't here. So I've just put on a Maybelline Fit Me foundation, so a very lightweight, light coverage foundation, so we can test all of the other products fairly, as I'm really annoyed that it didn't come. Thanks eBay. So the first product I am going to be testing and, well, doing on my face is my brows, and I'm so excited for this because I'm really intrigued to see what it's going to be like. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade and I've got mine in the shade Taupe, and this is the shade that I actually do have, but obviously this is the fake version. This only cost me £1.50. Obviously it came from China, it took a while to arrive, but it only cost me £1.50. So let's get into this box, although I'm pretty sure it doesn't actually want to come open. Just ripped it. First impression on the packaging is that it's actually like the same, like it feels the same, it looks the same, nothing kind of looks out of shape to me here. The bottom looks very similar as well, and then we've got the product inside, which again actually looks very, very similar. Let's see if it's exactly like the other one. Apparently a lot of people say it's very similar. I don't know about it. First impressions, it's very, very soft. Like my brush is just gliding through, like it doesn't feel like it's got any pigment. It feels very wet. So let's try it on my eyebrow and see what it looks like. On my eyebrow it's coming out super dark and it feels very wet, like it's just gliding on my brow. As you can see, it is really dark and it's already giving it a bit of shape. I'm just going to create the tail of my brow, and again it's doing it really easy because of the consistency of the product. It's just gliding on. Now I'm starting to notice a difference. The real product is very thick and it is really pigmented, but because this is so wet, it's actually like leaving this like wet glossiness on my brows, and as you can see, it's not really giving them a shape anymore because the more I brush it, the more it's becoming transparent. I'm going to carve it out with concealer in a minute, but what on earth? I mean, I'm going to go away and do the other brow, but it's just, yeah, it's too liquidy. It just feels like I'm brushing water on my face. That tail was created a lot easier than the first one, so maybe you just kind of need to get a hang of it a bit. If you like liquidy brow products though, then go for it because it's actually not that bad. I'm going to carve them out with the concealer in a minute, but first of all we need to put the concealer on my face. Honestly, as a first impression, I don't actually think it's that bad. I actually think it's quite good. Obviously the chemicals and the things that we use to make this are not good for your skin and that's why you shouldn't use them, but as a first impression, considering this was £1.50, it's actually quite a good dupe. The next product I'm so excited to test out, and this is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I'm so annoyed the foundation didn't arrive in time, but at least the concealer arrived. So this is the box that it come in. I don't really know if this is the exact same box because my one didn't come in a box, but this is the box that it's come in. It just says Tarte Shape Tape Contour Concealer and I've got mine in the shade Light, and I think I paid £3.99 for this, which is obviously a massive price tag difference compared to the other one. So, oh, and you know what? Oh my gosh, it actually does it very, very similar. This is a really good dupe. Again, it says Light on the bottom. The packaging doesn't feel cheap at all. It says Shape Tape Tarte. The writing is a bit wonky. It's not dead straight. That's just what I've picked up on. But the lid is very, very similar. I mean, it's in pretty good condition, and then the product inside, I mean, yeah, it smells kind of funny. Yeah, it smells not too good. But let's try out the product and let's see what it's like. I am going to use this to carve out my brows as well, but we're going to pop this all over my face. Mine is in the shade Light, but it actually doesn't look as light as it should because my one is in the shade Light that I actually have at the real one, and it's a lot lighter than this, so shade difference is a little bit off. I'm not going to lie to you, my face feels like it's stinging a little bit. Now, I don't know if that has anything to do with the product or what it is, but my face does feel like it's stinging. But on a first impression, oh, it's kind of, I mean, it's actually highlighting, like it actually is highlighting my foundation. It's kind of going a bit grey. Coverage wise, it's actually gave me coverage, like it actually has given me some coverage. It don't smell too good and it feels like it's oxidising very quickly, which the normal concealer doesn't, or at least it doesn't on me. I'm then just going to take my little brush and I'm just going to carve out my brows using this. I'm just going to make sure that's all blended in, and it is still looking very reflective on my skin. But honestly, considering this is a dupe, I know you're not meant to use it because of the chemicals in it, but it actually feels like it has given me some coverage, which is kind of weird. I think I actually did put a bit too much on. I probably shouldn't have put this much on, and then it wouldn't look as great, but I'm going to quickly set it with some powder, and then I can come back and we can contour it up and see what that looks like. My honest opinion after I've powdered it down is it's actually quite good. Like honestly, I would probably look at this on somebody and I would never guess that they've used a fake dupe. It actually has gave me coverage. It's not creasing on my eyes, which normal concealer does. We are now going to be testing something which I'm really excited for. This is the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette, and mine is in the lightest shade. I've always wanted to try a dupe of this because I don't actually have the palette myself, but I've used it before and it's really, really good. So I thought, you know what, let's get a dupe. Packaging feels quite nice. It's quite smooth, looks identical to me. Inside, quite mucky. Okay, doesn't look the cleanest, but we've got the three different shades on top here. The mirror's really dirty and it feels very cheap. Like, you know when it just feels like it's a sticker? And that's probably because it actually is. But we're looking at the makeup and I'm going to just try the contour shades out. I mean, I don't really know what they're going to look like. I've got my Morphe brush here and we're just going to pop it in. These two shades first. Whoa, there's a lot of fallout. Complete first impression, not really much colour. We're going to go in with the darker shade because that didn't really give me anything. Oh, but the darker shade, there we go. Darker shade is definitely more pigmented, which I obviously did expect. The lighter shade don't really have much going for them. That's blended really, really nicely. It's very powdery and there's a lot of loose pigment that's kind of dropped onto my face, so I don't know if I'd use it again because of what it's made of. Considering this is a fake, it's actually pigmented because you'd think it wouldn't be. When you look closer into the skin, it does look very grey toned, which the actual contour wouldn't, but maybe that's just because I've used a darker shade. I'm going to use some of the powders now just to pop under my eyes, and these look quite pigmented as well. This is like a banana powder. The yellow powder looks really highlighting actually. I actually think that's really good. It's obviously not as pigmented as the actual palette, but you can tell the difference now where I've contoured and where I've not and where I've like highlighted. I'm going to use the reddy pinky shade as a blush because I don't actually have a blush with me, and whoa, that is very red. Like that's probably too red, but you know, we're not gonna have a go for being pigmented because that's what we want. We love the pigmentation. Honest review, I actually think it's good. I don't know if I should be thinking it's good because they are dupes, but it's actually a really good remake. The packaging is awful and the actual product inside is okay. Now we're going to be doing some eyeshadow, which I'm so excited for, and I'm going to be using something that I've always wanted to get, so I just thought, you know what, we'll get the dupe first. Let's see what the dupe's like. So I've got the Huda Beauty Smoky Obsessions palette, and I was going to like buy one of the big ones like the rose gold palettes, but these are very new out and I really wanted to try one of these. So this is the Smoky Obsessions one and it's so pretty. You've got some golds in here. You don't really have any browns. Like these are all, whoa, nearly dropped it. These are all kind of blacky grey shades, so not gonna lie, I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do this as there's 4 matte, 5 shimmery, and all the mattes are basically black, so we definitely go for a smoky eye. The eyeshadows are super chalky. Like they're very pigmented. Like this one I picked up is very pigmented, but it's so chalky. Formula, yes. Shades, no. Is anybody else getting the vibes that I'm kind of rocking the like punch in the face look? Like I've just been out on the streets, got knocked out 5 times and then come to go on a night out? I feel like that's the looks that this palette's going to give me. But you know what? We'll try and glam it up. We'll try and glam the punched eye up. Now I'm going to go in with the black shade and I'm going to pop this in the outer corner, and that's really pigmented, so definitely put too much on. But oh my god, this is just absolutely awful. I just caught a glimpse of myself and I just, you know, thought, what am I doing? Definitely gonna have to cut this at the edge, so please ignore how bad that looks. And as well, these colours are blending really nicely, so I don't really know why I'm complaining. Like I said, it's not the formula, it's just the shades of the colours that I've picked. They're just not great. I'm not gonna lie, it actually doesn't look as bad now I've blended it. Like I'm actually quite feeling it. The glitters aren't as like glittery as I thought, but we're just gonna take a mixture of them both and we're gonna try and create kind of a half cut crease. I'm gonna bring it up from the middle and I'm just gonna drag it all from the inner corner upwards. Yeah, cut crease is definitely a no, but their glitter shades are quite pigmented, so maybe if we keep packing them on, then we might be able to get some more colour coming through. Again, if I just brush away all of the fallout underneath, and actually, I mean, I don't know what it looks like on camera, but I'm kind of feeling it. Like, once I've got lashes on, it actually might not look that bad. We're going to go in with my trusty Tarte Shape Tape concealer that we used earlier, and we're going to cut this just so it's really, really sharp and dead straight, as the smoky look is not for me today. I just put way too much concealer on, but you know what, there's no going back now. Oh, I put too much concealer on. Why do I do this? Just mess up the whole look with the concealer, Anastasia, why don't you? My eyes honestly just look like a galaxy. Like, they literally just look like the sky. I'm kind of living for it, not gonna lie. I'm gonna go away, I'm gonna put some lashes on, see what I can do to save it. And I've got the tatty lashes. These aren't fake, these are real. Didn't really think of getting fake eyelashes, to be honest. Lashes are on. I don't know whether I've saved it or not. I've tried to save it the best I can. I've put some more glitter on top, and I put some on my under eye as well. But you know what? Considering it's fake makeup, it's actually not that bad of an eye look. Now we're gonna go in for my favourite part, and we're going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sun Dipped Glow Kit, but obviously it's fake. This was $2.99, so it's very, very cheap, and you get 4 shades in it. The packaging on the front is literally the exact same. Like, actually, if anything, it's more shiny. And then when you open it inside, oh no! So I was going to say 3 out of 4 of my shades, but all 4 of my shades are actually smashed. So that's a really good start. So we've got the shade Bronzed, Summer, Moonstone and Tourmaline. Bronzed is like gone. Shimmer and Moonstone are the 2 shades that I'm going to use. So if I take this off really carefully, oh no, they're really, really chalky. At the moment, still really not much. As we're layering it up, we're getting a little bit more. Honestly, this was the thing I thought was going to be the best, but it's not as blinding as I thought. But it actually, you know what? It actually is giving me some colour. I'm just going to pop a bit more on. I do need a bit more, and I'm also going to try and put some on my eye as well, because I think that might actually help save it. The highlighters are really thin pans, and you don't get much in them at all, because I just dug my brush in, and they're like bouncy. You know, like the jelly consistency of the NYX Mochi palettes, it feels like that. Just going to pop it in the inner corner just to add another shade, just so it does kind of like contrast a little bit. I'm saying no, but it's actually not that bad. It's actually a really pretty colour, but obviously the formula of what it's made out of isn't great. But the pigmentation, once you build them up, is okay. The Anastasia Beverly Hills ones aren't exactly the most pigmented highlighters anyway, so actually I'd say this is exactly the same pigmentation as the actual real palette. Finally, we need to go in with lips, and I'm so excited for this as well. I've got the Jeffree Star Velour liquid lipstick, and mine is in the shade Posh Spice, so I have no idea if this is going to go with the eye look as I just ordered it, but oh, okay, it's kind of purpley colour. Packaging doesn't really feel any different to any of the others. Again, it's just kind of the plastic one. Got the pink stars here. I feel like, yeah, you could scratch it off really, really easily, to be fair. Let's get a good amount of lipstick on there, and let's dump it onto my lips. First impression, it's quite sheer, but I really like the actual colour of it. It's quite sheer, which is what I expected, because obviously it is fake, but with 2 layers I reckon this could actually be quite good. This is the finished makeup look. It doesn't look like spring at all, it literally looks like winter, but then you know what, it's raining outside today, so this is the look I'm going for. On an overall level, I actually don't think it's bad, considering all of this makeup was cheap alternative dupes. Well, I'm saying dupes, they're not really even dupes, are they? They're literally just the products but cheaper, and I honestly don't think it's even that bad. The lipstick is gradually becoming more purple as it dries. I don't know if I'm feeling that because I wanted it to stay dark, but okay, we're coming to like a bright purple. But the eyes and the highlight and the face, it's actually all not that bad. So overall, I'd say this makeup look cost me like, what, less than £20, and I know the chemicals that are used to make the products are not good, and that's why they're so cheap. But you know, it's actually an okay face. So that is the end of this video. I really hope you guys have enjoyed seeing me test out fake eBay makeup. Maybe it can make you a little bit more aware of the fact that the makeup on eBay for that price is fake. They're just really cheap alternative dupes that people have made, and the products in them are not good at all, and I'm going to literally wipe this off my face as soon as I finish filming this video. However, I do actually quite like the finished look, and even though it's very smoky and something I don't usually do, I do actually quite like it. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you guys have enjoyed. Smash a huge thumbs up if you did. Let's see if we can smash 10,000 likes on this video, and other than that, I will see you on a Sunday at 10 AM for a brand new one. Bye.